Today we'll be talking about Ascendant Heroes and Ascendant Florets. What are they and what do you need to know about them? I'll be going over information from the recent Fave banner video and the post in the notification board. First off, Ascendant Heroes are a brand new hero type starting with Ascendant Florets, who will be released tomorrow with the new Heroes banner for update 5.10. Unlike Legendary and Mythic Heroes, Ascendant Heroes do not seem to impact gameplay modes in any huge way. In fact, all they seem to signify is that the unit can get an Ascendant asset for free. I will most likely be saying Boon more often than not, but Boon and asset are interchangeable terms. Besides this one feature, that seems to be about it. No fancy stat boost or special effects, no increased scoring, at least not that I know of at this time. One thing to know is that Ascendant Heroes who appear in new Heroes summoning events will appear in future summoning events like other new heroes. Basically, it looks like Ascendant Heroes will be added to the permanent summoning pool, again kind of exemplifying that they are not really Legendary or Mythic Heroes or Dual or Harmonic Heroes. It was also mentioned that more Ascendant Heroes will appear periodically in the future. Before we discuss what an Ascendant asset actually is, what are Ascendant Florets? Basically, Ascendant Heroes can get an Ascendant asset for free. To give Ascendant assets to other units though, you're gonna need a new item called the Ascendant Floret. As a part of the new feature, everyone will receive one Floret for free once you open the Ascend traits menu. The other way to earn Ascendant Florets is by summoning Ascendant Heroes. This seems similar to getting blessings each time you summon a Legendary Mythic hero, however you can only earn one Ascendant Floret for the very first time you summon an Ascendant hero. For example, if you summon Ascendant Florets 2 times, you're only going to get one Floret. I believe this also applies to the 40 Summon Spark. This is going to gate the amount of Ascendant Florets in the game, however, many have pointed out that the Celestial Stone Shop is going to reset in about 2 weeks, and conveniently we just added another gacha dependent item into the game. Would not be surprised to see Ascendant Florets be purchasable in this shop or be given out by other means, but nothing is confirmed. So we know Ascendant Heroes are a new unit type that can get Ascendant assets for free, and other units can do the same by using an Ascendant Floret. But what is an Ascendant asset? Ascendant assets are a new kind of asset that can be granted to heroes separate from their normal existing asset or flaws, aka boons or banes. Just from that description and the example shown in the video, basically units can now have 2 different boons at one time. Your Ascendant asset cannot be the same as the unit's normal asset. Basically, you cannot go double plus speed super boons or whatever. As you can see in the trailer, Brave Ike already has a defense boon. You cannot even select it in the menu, but when they pick the Ascendant asset for plus attack, you can still see Ike keeps both the defense boon and the plus attack boon. You can also only have one Ascendant asset per unit. That said, you should now be able to have 2 super boons at one time if a unit has them. Now if you do pick a flaw / bane, then the flaw is going to be cancelled out with the Ascendant asset. Basically you'll just have a neutral stat. However, once you get a +1 merge, the Ascendant asset will increase that stat like normal. Speaking of merging units, if your copy being merged into it already has an Ascendant asset, you're going to keep it. If you're +1 merging a Neutral Nature unit with no boons or banes, then it sounds like the Neutral Nature increase is going to go into the next available stat. For example, a unit getting +1 HP, attack, and speed will not be able to get +3 speed on top of this from the Ascendant asset. They would get +1 HP, attack, and either defense or res. Now if the fodder unit has an Ascendant asset but the new copy does not, then the Ascendant asset is going to be carried over. However, you cannot double up on boons like we said before, so it sounds like the game will let you reselect the Ascendant asset at that time, at least I think. Major thing to not do is merge 2 units both with Ascendant assets. The fodder unit will lose their Ascendant asset and you do not get the Ascendant Floret back. From our housekeeping rules, using a unit with an Ascendant asset as fodder for inheriting will lose you the Ascendant asset. If you're sending home a unit or making them into a combat menu, you're going to not get the Ascendant Floret back. In terms of game modes, Ascendant assets will not affect arena scoring. They will also not impact the order of stat increases when you're using Dragon Flowers. As for team locked units, their stats will be updated if you do give them Ascendant assets. Last thing, which is nice, is that if you use trade fruits on a unit with an Ascendant asset, then you can swap the normal assets and the Ascendant asset all at one time. That's pretty good. In summary, Ascendant assets can now allow a unit to have 2 different boons at a time. You can get Ascendant assets by using an Ascendant Floret, and Ascended heroes get to pick one for free. To get Florets, you must summon an Ascended hero, but you're only going to get 1 Floret per Ascended hero lifetime. Our first Ascended hero will be Fjorm from her power-up from Niffle in the Ice and Flame plotline. Unsurprisingly, she does get far save to abuse Ice Mirror and a brand new B skill, which I think I'll save discussion for next video. In terms of other Ascended heroes in Fae, it seems incredibly obvious that the next one is going to be Leg Yarn, but we'll have to see. Another one that's kind of been teased could be Regan, but in Grammar. She's had it in 2 trailers now. More interestingly would be the possibility for Ascended versions of the Asker trio. They don't want to give us merges for Alphonse, Serena, and Anna, but maybe we could get summonable versions with some nice plot armor upgrades. I would be okay with this, to be honest. Now, I wouldn't expect Ascended heroes to be locked to Fae original characters. It might be, but anytime we get new unit types in this game, I always highly suspect it's to push for more alts for the main lords of the franchise. I would not be surprised to see stuff like Ascended Marth just because. Overall, kind of excited to slap 2 boons on my favorite units, but we're also gonna have to deal with the double boons on enemy units for those PvP modes. Not a huge fan of another stat boosting method, probably locked behind spending. I get why they do it, and at least it's gated by 1 per Ascended hero, but it would still be nice to have a way to earn Florets by just playing the game. Dragon's Flowers and Trait Fruits can at least be earned over time, although there are ways to pay for more of them. Unless Ascended heroes are on every banner, the Florets are also going to be extremely rare and valuable, especially if you're someone who does not summon often. If you do not summon for those Ascended heroes, you cannot get more unless of course they maybe get added to other shops. Let me know your thoughts on Ascended heroes and assets. New banner is out soon, and we'll cover all those units plus the new Fjorm in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Alright, so reset just happened and we got some extra info on some celebration events, so I wanted to tack this on to the end of the video. In celebration of Ascended Fjorm, or just Ascended heroes in general, we have quests to earn 3 orbs and 300 of each dragon flower. You can also earn 2 5-star copies of Violin, who's a new character. He comes with the Unbound Axe Plus, which is just the deck swabber, and he's going to be under the Axe Cavalier. Now, unlike Balthus, he is not being directly added into the 3 to 4-star pool immediately. Violin will be demoted with next month's Special Heroes banner, so be mindful of that if you do want more copies. Next up, we have a login bonus with 60 Dragon Flowers, 10 Trait Fruits, and 30 Heroic Grails. We then have 12 daily summoning focuses returning. You can check the lineup in the notifications, but do remember to do your free summons each day. We also have daily Grand Hero Battle reruns. Be sure to do the quest for another copy of each hero, especially if you want to merge any of these units. We've got some nice merge projects like Flame Emperor, Ashnard, or Patrine. Last, we got some good old double XP and SP, which is going to last to the 29th, I believe. Okay, that's all for real this time. See you in the next video.